What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the content in this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of this video for a quick message from our team. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's take a look at some NBA picks for Saturday, February 25th slate of games. Let's take a look at the leaderboard before we get into tonight's picks. Trey, start us off.
Another great win for us on yesterday's slate. I gave out the Hawks money line, and it was basically the greatest no-sweat bet of all time. The Hawks were in command from the tip-off, being up 24 points at halftime, and they ended up winning by 17 points. Like I said, I gave them out money line, so it was a pretty good game to watch. And shout out Trey Young. He responded in this game, scoring 34 points.
Yeah, I have the Thunder +8 currently on the road against the Suns. They are still trying to battle back. They tied it up, but I know they're down right now. Playing without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a late scratch. Always hard to judge in the NBA if it's a player playing or not. And this is a huge blow to the Thunder, but they are hanging in there right now. They're going into the fourth quarter down by a little bit, but I'm very confident we are going to get that +8 covered. Teats did not have a pick last night, so we are going to move on to our picks tonight. Trey, I'll have you start us off.
Yes, and I'm attacking the greatest game for tomorrow night. There's actually two good games, but this is my favorite game out of the two good ones, and it's the Nuggets versus Grizzlies game. And the Nuggets are favored by 1.5 points, and so Vegas also expects this to be a good game. The Nuggets have the best record in the Western Conference with a 42-18 record, but they have been somewhat average on the road with 15-14 road record. But the Nuggets do have some serious momentum coming into this game at the moment, winning 8 of their last 10 games. And the Grizzlies have been faulty here lately, with a 4-6 record in their last 10 games. But they have been great at home, like everyone knows, with a 24-5 home record. But these two teams have already played once this season, and it was in Denver. And the Nuggets did win that game pretty easily by 14 points. And it does need to be noted that Aaron Gordon is ruled out for this game. And I feel like that's going to be a pretty big impact for the Nuggets. But the Grizzlies are still going to be without Steven Adams, and I feel like that might be a bigger impact for them. We've seen their rebounding and their team defense drop significantly since Steven Adams has been out for the Grizzlies. And this is basically as even as a matchup as it can get. The Nuggets have the 7th-ranked offense and the 13th-ranked defense, while the Grizzlies have the 9th-ranked offense and the 8th-ranked defense. So this is going to be a pretty fun game to watch. But the Grizzlies have struggled against good teams so far this season. They're 16-14 straight up in their 30 games versus teams with a record above 500. Meanwhile, the Nuggets have been great, doing what they usually do, assert their dominance in the regular season. They are 21-12 straight up in their 33 games against teams with a winning record. And Joker should be on triple-double watch in this game. He easily trotted out a triple-double in their matchup earlier this season, finishing with a 13-13-13 stat line. So give me the Nuggets here, plus 1.5. They started off their post-All-Star break with a great road win in Cleveland, and I have confidence that it's going to continue in this game. Here are my favorite trends for this game. The Nuggets are 6-1 ATS in their last 7 games, playing on 1 day's rest. The Nuggets are also 4-0 ATS in their last 4 games versus a team with a winning record. Meanwhile, like I said, the Grizzlies have been struggling here lately, 2-6 ATS in their last 8 games overall. Give me the Nuggets plus 1.5.
Yeah, Trey, I like that pick. Tonight, I'm going with the Pelicans versus Knicks game. Pelicans will be on the road in this one. I'm going to take the Knicks at home. Let me see what the spread is real quick. -3 is still correct. Yeah, I'm going to take the Knicks here at home, -3. The Knicks are 10th in the NBA on defense, allowing 112.3 points per game, and they are keeping opponents to shooting just 45.5% from the field, which is 3rd in the NBA. I talked up the Pelicans not that long ago with CJ and Brandon Ingram both got back. They look good for a stretch, but they can't score consistently. It showed for a while now, but in their first game back after the All-Star break against the Raptors, they were bad, especially in the first half. Call it rust or whatever you want, but they were bad, period. And I'm not entirely sure what they're doing with CJ McCollum. He plays the first 4 minutes, 5 minutes of the game. They sit him till the second quarter, and then he plays 8 minutes of the second quarter, comes out, then gets like the last 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute and a half. I don't get that rotation. I understand if you want him to play in the second team or whatever, but with him and Ingram on the floor, they have options scoring, and when they are solo, it's easier for the defense, in my opinion. I'd play them both for at least 2 rotations, 3 rotations in a game, one to open the game, open that second half, and to end the game. I don't like what I'm seeing from them to start the second half of the season, so I will fade them in this spot. These teams are neck and neck on offense, and the Knicks hold the advantage on defense and are playing on their home court. So I'm going to take the Knicks here -3. Pelicans on the road are 10-20 this season. Very bad. Take the Knicks -3. Teats?
Yeah, I'm looking at the San Antonio Spurs Utah Jazz game, and I'm actually going to go against what history has told me from what I've researched, and I'm going to take the Jazz -10 in this game. A couple nights ago, I took the Jazz against the Thunder. I took the under. It thankfully cashed. They went into overtime. They weren't supposed to go into overtime. Nothing's ever supposed to work out the way it does. And they were able to get right at the number of 239, and we needed them to stay under 239.5. I feel like Utah's going to cover for me again and give me 2 straight Utah wins. For the Jazz, Colin Sexton is out. I think he's out until at least Monday when they can kind of get him rechecked out. There are 5 players for the Spurs who are out tonight. Cates Diop, Keldon Johnson, and Zach Collins are all expected to play, but essentially the rest of the starting 5 and some bench players are ruled out currently. Here's the weird thing about this matchup. The Spurs in the last 10 games are 7-3, and they've won 5 games outright in the last 10 games. Also, the under in this matchup of the 242 is actually 8-2 in the last 10 games played. Like I said, the Jazz just played the Thunder a couple nights ago. Overtime, 120-119. The Spurs, on the other hand, got absolutely obliterated by the Mavs, 142-116. The thing is that the Spurs are in complete rebuild mode. They may as well blow up their entire lineup and make sure they lose by double digits, look like the worst team in the league, let Wemby come over and make him look like what LeBron said, an alien bringing some life to this team. So I think that the Jazz at home are going to get it done. They're going to get some much-needed rest again, and the Spurs are going to continue this tank mode and the suffering for the rest of the season, hoping that next year they'll get some help in the offseason.
All right, guys, that's 3 picks for NBA tomorrow. That'll do it for our NBA basketball picks and predictions. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our Locks of the Week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.